Hello, welcome back to the next episode of the single player live stream of OpenTTD. And nope, that's not it, that's it. And somebody has pointed out that this small bay platform actually doesn't work correctly. And I've checked and it is actually true. And I need to figure out why. So let's look at this again. I'm not sure yet why exactly this is the case. But let's look into it. I am looking for the next order, and the next order is actually that station, so I'm not exactly sure why this isn't triggering. Maybe it's because I'm checking two things here. Maybe I shouldn't actually look for the order. Maybe I should only look for... But actually, this train is only for long, so... It is a little bit tricky, because these guys are actually only 4 tiles long. At least they're not a lot longer than 4. I'm not sure. Let me try filtering purely by train length and see what happens. Nope, it still calculates a path in here. Yep, still does. But if I said 3, then it shouldn't do that anymore, right? Yeah, then it doesn't do it anymore. That is interesting. But I can't use 3.5 here or something like that. That doesn't work. So I have a little bit of a problem since these are both a little bit between 4. This isn't actually really longer than 4. The other one is not really longer, shorter than 3, so that is a little bit of an issue. So let's go purely by order. Which actually annoys me that the other ones are slightly longer than 3, because apparently that is a problem. Okay, that seems to work. Let's try it like that. The train length seems to be a little bit of a problem since they're both somewhere in between. I want, of course, to test the other signal as well, which is why I'm going to stop this guy in here. And then we'll wait for the next one. And if that guy can actually go into the wrong platform. No, he can't. Okay, so this seems to be accurate. This seems to be working. Now this guy can only go downstairs and this guy can only go upstairs. So this seems to be all right. Thanks for notifying me. I thought it worked. Episode 17. Well, episode 17 might not be up yet. Let me actually check. Episode 17. Yeah, 17 will go up tomorrow. I actually didn't update the title and description of this one, actually. Here we go. So episode 17 is going up. I'm putting one up per day. And all this seems to be working now. Yes. Okay. So now that this is all working and this bay platform is doing what it's supposed to, train length is a little problematic since train length, of course, can be some decimal number, which, yeah, apparently isn't working right. I should actually look into the code to find out how that exactly works, and I probably could have put in a bay platform here as well for these trains, but it's fine as it is. And as I said, I want to kind of expand south, so I wanted to look into this. How, and let's not go too much on a time speed up rampage here. I wanted to go down in this area, and I'm not 100% sure to do that yet. I could do something like this, and then I wanted to cross here, didn't I? And potentially move into this area by putting a station here. So that would mean that we potentially want a station over here, that we probably want a station somewhere over here. Want a station over here. That will probably be a side station, since I do not want this to be a mainline station. I'm pretty sure. But I definitely want a station over here. Somewhere in the middle here probably, and we're probably gonna make that 4 platforms. And then we're gonna make a station over here. We're gonna not link that up all the way over there, but we are going to go for a small sprinter service that is going all the way over here. This can be our extension into the next area. And could potentially be like that. There's something wrong with this thing. It uses strings that are already used. Either you lose the vehicle strings or you lose the description strings here. Apparently, need to talk about the author about that. To the author about that. But for now, wait, what? Oh, that's actually not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. Oh, I'm actually blending it out. Where are the usual fake river tiles? Somehow. There we go. That's what I wanted. Anyway, these things are a little problematic. I need to talk to him about that. For some recent version, he messed that up a little bit. Might have been due to the fact that I start reloading these things every now and then, so it might actually be my fault. I'm not 100% sure about that. Anyway, this thing is actually so small is a little annoying because I'm not even sure whether I should hook this up. Then again, I might do a little line here later, but I'm certainly not gonna let that line that I'm currently building go to that place. So now that we've done that, I think that's what it will look like. And this would probably be a road bridge. Looking at it. Let's make that a main line for now. Okay, let's see what we can actually do here. Sorry if I'm not talking much, but I'm thinking about the... I should probably talk a little bit more out loud what I'm thinking. I am trying to find a about 4-lane train now that runs on non-electrified rail, but pretty fast. So I kind of want a steam express or something like that. What about this guy? Problem always is that the fastest trains that we actually have are electrified ones. So if we go for that, I think we should at least have quite a number. I'm gonna go with this anyway. And go with this. Name that after the textile mill, that's not what I want, but... maybe something like that. Okay, so what's the station names here? That's alright. That is not alright. Not industrial. That is alright. And that is of course also alright. Okay, and then we should have a bus service connecting these two cities. Potentially even a tram. Probably do that as a little bit of a circle. Something like this, maybe. Where we potentially actually go past the station. Huh? This is on the same height and I can't join it up. That's ridiculous. Yeah, let's do one here and then go to the other side. Let's do one here a little bit in the outskirts. Another one here, and another one maybe here in the outskirts. And maybe we'll go through the town like that. So might do this. Something like that. I actually don't like these trams anymore. I will go for the other ones. They make weird sound effects. I don't like that. Yes, I know the speed limit is 80, but I don't have any faster ones. The only faster ones that I have are electrified. So I'm ready for faster non-electrified wagons. So they're a little slower. I went for the faster locomotive anyway, just to be a little bit more flexible for the future. But since the wagons are slower, I picked the ones with the maximum passenger capacity. That should equal it out a little. I am aware that they are not actually as fast as I would like them to be. There's a missing part in the tram track. Oh yeah, thank you. That is always a little bit annoying. Could be a better functionality to auto-join these. But it's not a big deal. They might go in the wrong direction right now, but once they go back in the depot, it will all be fine. Although... yeah, I probably want to delete these things. I want the timetabling to restart, basically. Other than that, There we go. Load circle 21. Unfortunately, I'm going to quit in about 5 minutes. So you're a little late. We have made quite some expansive work. I expanded into this area. Should go for that view. And we went all the way in this area and we made some new boat connections, some additional rail line over to that area. I think I hooked all this up by boat. Yeah, all these are hooked up by boat. So another area is hooked up here. I am thinking about potentially doing a line that is... Well, first of all, we need a line that is a little bit like this. Hook that up, that up, and that up. That will be a small sprinter service, and then I may do a little bit of a line down here, although I'm not yet 100% sure about that one. There's also a potential line somewhat like this. Maybe we could do something like that. I don't know. There's at least one more rail line on this subcontinent that we could do, and then we can expand into this area. So we are getting there. I have about a quarter of the map hooked up. So no, that city is too small. I know which one you mean. You mean this one. I'm not gonna hook that up to this line. I made the track piece here since I may hook that up to some kind of line. Let's say I go... let's say I go to this town, then I could do this and then split up here again and go into these smaller cities. So maybe I'll do... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I not hook this up at all and I hook it up by bus, and if I use it, I'm gonna use it for a smaller train. So I did it off the rail, off the main rail. I could hook that up again with diagonals and use it for smaller trains. But these main trains, I want to go to the bigger towns. I don't want them to stop at this small village. So I'm aware of that, but not gonna hook that up right now to this line. May do something like this. Yeah, we could do something like that. We hook these two up, go through here, and then split, maybe here, split, go here, here, and here, and then we make another line that goes like that. So one like this, and one like that, and I don't know. But for this one line, I didn't want that to be hooked up. The priority will be to go in here as fast as possible and expand into most of the map. Here this basically is all hooked up. I need to a little bit figure out how to do this section, but aside from that, I think we have everything hooked up. This is hooked up by bus. All these are hooked up by boat. I think this one we haven't yet, but I'll figure out how to do that. Maybe probably also by boat, since that's the closest way possible, but everything else is basically hooked up. This was hooked up by boat. This entire area is hooked up by boat. So we basically have this entire area already under control. There's one town here and this little area here. We don't have it, otherwise this is under control. This one is now in the works, and then we need to go over here. And once we have that, we're pretty close to having half the map. And then we need to figure out how to get into this area. I'm basically interested in getting the entire map hooked up for passenger service before I go back to cargo. So this stuff is actually starting to grow. again, I've mentioned that before, I do not want to get stuck like in my 2 previous Let's Plays where I basically improve the crap out of one area and leave the rest of the map completely empty. This is not why I went for a map this size. I actually made this map a little bit smaller so I could take care of it all. Initially I had to concentrate on one area just to be able to make the money. And we will certainly get to the point where we improve all this area to a level where it looks similar to... Wow. Yeah, it was slow. Something is happening in the background. Where it looks like this with a lot of roads and stuff. But I don't think that is right now. Something is happening in the background. I don't know why the game is stuttering like this. But for now, I feel like we need to concentrate on expanding. My income graph is currently not actually reflecting all this expansion, but I think that will happen sooner or later, probably because I'm not actually accelerating it too much. These new lines are actually making money, so yeah, I think that one was one of the new ones. They already make 6 million each, so it's a lifetime profit of 40 million that we made already with this line. So let me quickly group these vehicles, and that will be the last action for today. This one is more of a sprinter service. This one is more of an interregio, I guess. That's that one. So these are making one of the new ones. I don't know. This one was a new one, and they are making already 1 million. I think they're very recent, aren't they? They're doing their job. And here, I think this one. Oh, they are actually not making a lot yet, but they've just been installed, and the bus services weren't in place yet. So yeah, I think they will ramp up. Just created them, and the passengers are not yet there, but that will happen. Once these towns also start growing a little more. To keep an eye on these trams, since here I'm not actually expanding the station itself. So that means the station coverage, although the station coverage is actually decent. But still, I need to of course transport the people over here. And the people waiting here of course need to be redistributed down in this area, and we can hook these towns up. So that this isn't very profitable yet, that's no surprise. But the other ones are already very decent. Where are we? zooming out is really slow right now. I don't know what's going on. What about this guy? Yeah, they're doing okay. I mean, these are incredibly small towns, so that they are not making much yet is expected. How are these guys doing? Yeah, they're doing a little better. 400,000, that's nearly double what the other ones were doing. So we're good. How are these guys? Oh yeah, they're really making their money. So these lines are starting to become profitable. The more stuff we hook up together, more bus lines and all that kind of stuff. Once we get this entire area hooked up to this, that will help as well. Not sure how I do that yet. Doesn't really look like this warrants any kind of train. Might do this by boat. Might somehow open this up and then do a boat that goes all the way around here. Something like that. Could be a way of doing it. That would of course be a wrong way to get from here to there. That is probably not very profitable, so we'd probably rather do it by road. See about that. We'll see about that. Let me quickly group these last vehicles. Yes, I'm not interested in all this. Did I just delete the local every time? I of course didn't want to do that, but it does make a lot of difference, so why not leave it away? I can figure out what they do. And I think we also had some new ships, right? Yeah. As you can see, we have a lot of passenger ferry services by now. And another U-Bahn, whatever. A lot of trains, a lot of new trains, a lot of different models. Look at it, you see we have a lot of different train types to the passenger view. A lot of different train types, and the passenger services alone make us a little bit more than 300,000 a year. No, actually that's the lifetime profit. They make 30 million per year, all the passenger services. So they still do a lot more. Let me actually see. All the trains do 36 million. And the passengers alone do 31 million. So the entire rest is only about 4 million. So you can definitely see where the money is. Bye, Daniel. In case I haven't missed you already. Otherwise, you will see it in the recording. So as you can see, the passenger services are where the money is anyway. So it makes sense to invest in that heavily. And by the time we get back to the cargo, I think we will have a lot more trains that actually make sense to use, that are actually fast, that have big capacities, so we can actually do something with them. For now, these things are fine. I hope these things will cause the cities to do some necessary growth. As you can see, this town is already growing every 11 days. That is almost insane already. And that makes me happy camper. So the small towns will of course grow very, very rapidly once we make sure they get enough passenger service. Of course, we need to have an eye on the actual distribution, whether we are saturating these lines. If we're not saturating these lines where I have these bypass loops, these passing loops, then I need to figure out how to put more vehicles on the street. For example, here I already feel that these steam things are no longer appropriate, so we need to keep an eye on that as well. But before I optimize anything, I kind of want to get into this area, and then we'll figure out how to hook the rest up in the existing area. And I'm not sure, can I actually, yeah, I can use the land route to get into this area. And then over here, and then I think we're done. Because once we have this, and this, and this, and this, then we're basically over in terms of what we can reach by land. And I think then we will make sure we have buses and optimizations and everything. And this last area down here will probably leave untouched for a while. Then we'll start to optimize things again before I do something with this. Because here I can only do about 2 train lines, and here I can only do about 1 train line, another one here, and then the rest is just buses and ships and everything anyway, so there's not much I can do with that. But all of that is for next time, so let me pause and save, and let's say keep your heads up, folks. We're approaching the 1930s. I'll see you on the next one.